I talk about the chakras. Remember I talked about Rick Rubin? I talked about the 808.
The chakras is real.
Now, I'm gonna say some anti-Semitic shit. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. 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 That's the real anti-Semitic shit that the Jewish people get paid off of. Now let me know Apple move. Let me on Apple right now.
Man, telling the truth.
How many people want to bet their house that content is not within the first 3 songs on Apple Rap Music?
It's facts, man.
Nobody.
Telling the truth.
So they're gonna have to take my life before they take my people. We ain't taking it no more, bro. They get paid off that shit.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakah HaKudash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well, and shalom to the hope for the elect, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakah HaKudash, Barakatam. It's the brother Kazak coming back at it again with another lesson. All right, and hey, man, this lesson coming through the inspiration, all right, of that short clip you just saw, man. You know, and this is something that, you know, through the spirit, you know, I've been coming out and saying for a while now. You know, that hip-hop shit, man. Even though, yeah, we do listen to it, you know what I'm saying, it for what it is, this music. You know, you want, you know, a little tune. You know, like me personally, I work on the road, you know, a lot, you know, doing this DoorDash shit. You know what I mean? So you're not just going to be in a car with no music, man. You need to have some form of entertainment. You know, it could be a sit-down, or you could, you know, play a jam. You know what I'm saying? Now, what he brought out was the truth, man. All right? And that's what these elites do, okay? They use these artists, all right, these sellout celebrities, okay, to go out there and portray a persona, you know what I'm saying, portray a persona unto the impressionable youth. All right, it's all by design, okay, because first and foremost, you know, these devils, they have agenda set up to where the woman, you know, runs the man out of the household. All right, and that's what you see in the majority of Israelite households, man. All right, so-called Black, Latino, and Native American households, man. The woman in her fucking pride, you know, with this devil enabling her to you know, be out of order. What happens? She runs the man out of the house. You know, she separates from the man, right? She takes the kids with her, and now these kids are raised with no male role models, you know. And then what happens is they grow up listening to what, man? Listening to this music. You know what he basically brought out. You know, now he's bringing out, you know, oh yeah, they profit over this, you know, but it's deeper than that, man. All right, because it's all about programming. They program the hearts of the younger generations, okay, to want to be living after the persona that these rappers, you know, portray themselves as, man. All right, so like, let me just check. Okay, microphone is on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what they do. All right, and this is all by design. Okay, this is all by basically all set up by these elites, man. All right, and these celebrities that do this, man, they gonna be destroyed grievously, man. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed grievously for allowing themselves to be used as the instrument of these devils. It's like as an instrument for these devils to corrupt the younger generations, man. Now you have, you know, you see what everything is, you know, transpiring into, man. A completely destroyed and wicked nation, you know, and that's concerning you tribes, man. All right, hey, just like in the days of Noah, you know, and what does the scripture say, you know, about the days of Noah, man? All right, what does it say? Let's see, Book of Genesis, chapter 6. All right, so let's get into it. All right, these were the days of Noah. Okay, so Genesis chapter 6 and 5, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of now this is before the flood, you know, just to bring in some context. All right, this is before the flood happened. Okay, and why? And this was the cause of the flood. All right, what does it say? Genesis 6 and 5, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. Right, the wickedness of man was great in the earth. Okay, and that's ultimately what we see now. You know, gross darkness, you know, covering the whole earth, man, and primarily you tribes, man. All right, because the majority of y'all are sick in the mind. All all right, are sick spiritually. You don't know what's right from wrong. You think that wrong is right, and when you come across the prophets or a lesson or a brother, you know, maybe you bump into a brother and he you know tries to drop a jewel on you. You wanna what's it called? You wanna not take heed, man. You wanna scoff. You wanna scorn. You don't wanna take it. You know, you take the counsel of the Lord to naught, and that's why the scripture says, "Don't cast your pearls before the swine." All right, because right now our people are as swine. That's why they got to be cleansed by way of the ICBM thermonuclear missiles, man, the 2/3, and they gonna come back in the right mind. They're gonna come back in the kingdom, all right, through the loins of the 1/3 and the elect. Okay, but this is the reason why, you know, but you know, Tucker, we see the reason why they're like this, man, because these fucking devils. Okay, now not only are they profiting, but they do it by design. They are purposefully doing it. All right, one, so they could accuse our brethren day and night, you know, try to win back the covenant, which is not going to happen. All right, and then also too, you know, to keep us in a perpetual state of wickedness and death, man. All right, so Genesis chapter 6 and 5, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Right now, what did Kanye say, man? You know, what did he say? Now, of course, you know, he put in the anti, you know, S word. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna refrain from using it, you know, due to the algorithms, you know, but of course he went out to say that because he's basically trying to, you know, declare the truth in a sense. You know, he's basically trying to, you know, he's basically exposing the whole gig, if you will, you know, about who the real Hebrew Israelites are, man. All right. And these people, you know, that's over, you know, the small hats, all right, that's ruling the world. They're not the real Israelites, man. They are imposters. Hey, that's the spirit 144, you know, but they are imposters, man. All right. So continuing on, and it reads, okay, so Genesis 6 and 5, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Right. You know, and you see that, you know, that's made manifest through the music as well, man. You know, what did he say? I'm a kill this man. You know, I'm gonna take his woman. You know, it's nothing but murder and adultery that they push. But what is that the manifestation of, man? All right, what is the manifestation of? Let's see. We are on this part. All right, let's go to the book of Salakia, the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. Okay, so the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. Let me see. All right, verse 15. All right, so Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, and that putteth thy bottle to him. Right. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. Right. Now, this drink represents these philosophies, man. These wicked lifestyles that are presented unto our people by way of these celebrities, man. All right. And who's on top of it all? These elites, man. All right. These small hats that run basically all the corporations of the world, man. All right, with the very top being these Rothschild banking families. All right, so the different banking families, but primarily the Rothschilds, the Rothschild family, man. All right, so like you're part of my stammering lips. Okay, so continuing on, and it reads, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. Right, and that drink represents the philosophies, as I said. Okay, and woe unto him means destruction unto him. So that starts from the very top, man. All right, it starts from the very top. These elites, you know, these different Rothschilds. All right, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Rockefellers, right, the small hats that run the industry and run these corporations, right? But it also trickles down onto you celebrities too, man. Okay, it trickles down onto you celebrities as well, man. Why? Because guess what, man? You allowed yourself to be used as an instrument to carry out this agenda, man. Okay, and for that there is a recompense coming, man. All right, here it is. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know, because this is what they do, man. They target certain characteristics of our people, all right, noble characteristics, things that we look up to, you know, such as being a warrior, being loyal, you know what I'm saying, camaraderie, you know, things of that nature, wealth, you know, because our people are kings, basically, you know, we're royalty, right? They target these characteristics because they know who we are, all right, but they add an evil twist to it. You know, you want to be royalty, you want to be wealthy. You know, you want to have camaraderie. You want to, you know, be loyal. You want to be, you know, in a group of loyal people, so to speak. You know, not safe, so to speak, because there's no loyalty in the platforms that these people are portraying, man. All right, basically being in the streets. You know, there's no loyalty in. There's nothing but treachery. You know, it's nothing but treachery, adultery. All right, a lot of death. You know, a lot of wickedness, a lot of demonic activity, man. You know, but that's what they push onto our people, especially the youth of our men. All right, so they could get sucked into that, man. Okay, so you are to blame as well, man. You fucking celebrities, you sell out celebrities, man. That's out there doing that, man. You are to blame. All right, and with that, we're gonna go to another precept. Okay, the book of First Maccabees chapter 1. As I always like to bring this one out. All right, what does it say? First Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, right? These are wicked men who persuaded many, right? They persuaded many, man. Very much like today, you know, you have all these people following after these rappers, man. You know, following after these entertainers like they got some type of position and influence, basically. Which, I mean, they do got influence, but like they're worthy of such position, you know, to be counted as prophets, you know, leaders of our people, you know, primarily speaking, also to the black community, the so-called black community. You know, they regard these celebrities as prophets and things of that nature, man. You know, like Kendrick Lamar, oh, he's anointed, he's prophet. You know, he goes and puts that in his songs, man. You know, to psych you tribes out, man. You know, when really the real prophets is in the street corners, teaching, pushing the word, you know, through the Spirit, I believe, is the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. On down, man. All right. And Lord willing, we're those men. We're of that number, man. You know, Lord willing, man. You know, but continuing on, and it reads, First Maccabees chapter 11 and 1. In those days there went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, right? You know, how many Jakes in the world, you know, looked up to Tupac, you know, looked up to 50 Cent, you know, and the list goes on. You know, you had Chief Keef. You know, I was more my generation. I was in high school. Everybody wanted to rock the True Religions and everything. You know, be like them trap boys, you know, going after the whole Chicago drill scene, which is nothing but murder and sorcery. All right. And the reason why I say sorcery is because you find that in the scriptures, man. And the word that it goes back to in some instances, all right, in the Greek, in the New Testament, is the word pharmakia. All right. Pharmakia, which is pharmacy, man. You know, drug dealing. All right. So that's also a cut to the drug dealers, too, man. You know, here it is. They like, it's crazy, man. You know, all these, you know, rappers that promote that drug dealing shit, and they see themselves, they make themselves holy, like they the elect or something, man. Like they're the real kings of Israel, man. You know, you just get that vibe from them, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to push onto the youth, man. If you do this, you're gonna be as a king. You're gonna be living as a king of Israel. You're gonna have clout. You're gonna have respect. You're gonna have this and that. And the third, man, this is how they seduce the younger generations. All right, and a lot of them, ultimately, these are things set up as stumbling blocks, because Yahweh Shimi Hawashai ain't dealing with the majority of Israel, man. All right, he's only dealing with the 1/3 remnant. Okay, because the 2/3, as it is written in Zechariah chapter 13 and 8, you're gonna be cut off and die. All right, here in Babylon. Okay, so continuing on, and it reads, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. Right. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. Right. And what do these celebrities do when they get put on the industry, man? What do? They make a deal. They sign that contract. You know, they make a covenant with who? Esau, Edom, the heathen, man. All right. That are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Right. Because why? You know, they see these heathens, you know, these elites, these Edomites in high places, you know, living it up, you know, being rich and so on and so forth. And they want a piece of that pie, man. You know, they want a piece of that table, you know, that rotten food in the table, or should I say the ill-gotten gains. You know, that's what they want, you know, to kind of have ease from living in the low estate. You know, verse 12. So this device pleased them well, right? This device pleased them well. It's an agenda, man. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Of course, all right. Does not this level protect and condone all manner of wickedness being done? You know, here it is. You know, they canceling people just for speaking out, man. You know, they canceled that Andrew Tate dude because he spoke out against feminism. Well, they try to cancel him. You know, who knows? It could be theatrics. You know, I don't really, trust any of these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But also, too, Kanye West, man. They talking about, all these deals that he had with these certain companies that are taking that away from him. Basically, they separating themselves from him. You know what I'm saying? But also, too, you got to look at it like this. It's a possibility that they're using him to set the stage for persecution. And with that comes the famine of the word, man. So, hey, you tribes, you so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, you so happen to come across this video, you better get your act together, man. All right, while the videos are still out, while brothers are still going out, okay? Because once that persecution comes in, once that, because he really saying that anti-S word, and that could be one of the triggering words to take your channels down and things of that nature. That could be one of the words to take everything down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we took this video down because it's anti-S. It's hate speech, and so on and so forth, man. And that's that could be an agenda that they're trying to play. So all in all, you can't put your whole trust and 100% wholeheartedly trust these celebrities, man. Okay? But it's just a manifestation of what we're seeing, what we're reading that happened back then is happening now because nothing is new under the sun. All right? So, First Maccabees chapter 1 and 13, I'm going to read this again. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Right, so they were following after their abominable ways, man. All right, because mind you, this was an Edomite king that was over Israel at the time, of the Seleucid Empire, King Antiochus Epiphanes. All right, and these devils, man, they were vile, man. They were abominable, very much like today. They are abominable. Okay, we started to come out and you hear about, children sacrifices, odious works of witchcraft. All the abominable sex rituals that go on amongst these celebrities and so on and so forth, man. You start to hear about that stuff. Why? Because that's what they do. Okay, and you tribes that sold yourself into that, man, you're gonna be destroyed. All right. So verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. Right. Yeah, because them Greeks, man, they worked out in the nude, man. And that's what it meant by according to the customs of the heathen. That's not something you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be bearing another man's nakedness, man. If a woman is naked and she belongs to a man, if she's another man's wife, you're not supposed to be looking at her nakedness, man. All right, because that's his property. That's his nakedness. Okay, but here it is. They did that back then, man, and the very same thing they do now. All right, you got that gymno spirit back in full force, man. That gymno spirit back in full force. All these women, you know what I'm saying, working out, Salakia, working out in these little yoga pants. They may as well just not have anything on, man. And then you got the men, they work it. They got their little fucking yoga pants too, man. It's just vexing to see. Yoga pants, the little fucking shorts, showing off their whole body and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's completely vexing to see, man. All right, but that's why this place is going to be destroyed by ICBM missiles, man. All right, and all these wicked 2/3 with it, man. Verse 15, and made themselves circumcised, and made themselves uncircumcised. All right, and forsook the holy covenant. That's a key point right there. Back then, what did they do? They made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, man. Basically, they did away with their own nationality, man. All right, they did away with their nationality. That's why you have even to this day, you have the Israelite foreigner thing, man. Because there are people, being scattered to the four corners of the earth, whether it be through the diaspora, all right, whether it be through conquest, through slavery. The different the different slave trades that happened throughout the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and also too, you had some of our ancestors, right, our forefathers. They went astray willingly, man. What did it say? And join themselves into the heathen, right? So instead of being an Israelite, all right, Instead of being a prince of the power, they joined themselves into the heathen and became a Greek citizen because they thought that that had more power and more value than being a child of the Most High, you know? But that's why, hey, man, the blind lead the blind, they shall fall into a ditch, man. Okay, because these celebrities that's influencing, you know, their people to go astray, hey, that's the blind leading the blind. That's another example of that too, man. That's another example of the blind leading the blind. And you best believe they're going to fall into a ditch, man. All right, see, hearing this truth, man, yeah, you may have other groups that, you know, that's pushing, you know, wayward doctrines and different things, but at least they know who they are. And there's always a chance, all right, because again, we're not the Most High, man. There's always a chance that, you know, amongst them, there's going to be some that's going to repent and come into the truth righteously, man. All right, wholeheartedly, the 100% truth. You know, it's not even about the doctrine thing. It extends onto the spirit and your conduct and conversation as well, man. You know, certain characteristics that are here, you know, it's gonna extend. You know what I'm saying? Like having faith, right? Here it is. We know we be getting knocked for being faith-based Israelites by these carnal groups, you know. But guess what? You're gonna have some that repent, you know, and guess what? They're gonna have that gift of faith too, man. They're gonna trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, but hey, man, in the world, man, they just completely blind, and they gonna be destroyed, man. All right, they're being led into a dead end. Okay, so continue on, and it says, and join themselves to the heathen, right? You know, they did away with their heritage to take on, you know, the false nationalities of these heathens, man. The covering cast of the serpent, man. All right, and what else? And we're sold to do mischief, right? It's not gangster and murder rap, mischief, right? And then you have the female side of it, you know, where it's nothing but adultery. You know, here it is. You know, I'll go and listen to, you know, just out of curiosity, I listened to this one song by Carol G. You know, she's a Colombian singer. You know, she's of the tribe of Asher, a Hebrew Israelite of the tribe of Asher, right? And what is she talking about, man? Cheating on her man. Oh, he does it better. I'm gonna go with him. You know, just straight up stepping out and cheating on her man. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the rest of the lyrics were, but it's basically adultery, man. So you see that shit from both sides, man. You know, whether it be the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom, right? The man and the woman, you know? Also that too, you know? Just this pure evil and wickedness being pushed onto our people. All right? That's why the scriptures say, let me see, we're still holding on to Genesis chapter 6. All right? But that's why the scriptures say in the book of Isaiah, let me see. Dang. All right, that's what the scriptures say in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. I was bringing this out in camp today as well. All right, verse 2. What does it say? For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Right. These celebrities have a role in that, man. Okay. It's to the point where even the Israelite foreigners in their own country are taking after these celebrities, man. You know, with the murder rap, the drill scene, and things of that nature. You know. So Isaiah chapter 60 and 2, for behold, darkness shall cover the earth. And that's another thing too, man. You know, I listen to, you know, the music, and I'm like, man, you could really make a right-hand version of everything that's being said. You know, instead of rolling on your brothers, you roll on the heathen, man, to protect what's yours in righteousness. You know? But, hey, man, we gonna wait to the kingdom, all right, to come out with the music. Because, you know, some of us like music. Some of us used to make music. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, we gonna wait to the kingdom, man. You know what I mean? We're not gonna be out here, you know, pushing out no hip-hop albums. You know, we trying to be delivered and shit, man. You know, Salakia, but, you know, that's just what it is, man. All right? We ain't bringing vanity and vexation of spirit into this truth, man. You know, the worldly vibration, we're not bringing that into this truth, man. Okay? This is the reasonable service that we're using to work out our salvation, a solemn assembly, man. All right, this thing is to be taken deadly serious, okay? Because, hey, your life, your salvation literally depends on it, man. All right? You don't want to be the guy out there, you know, making little rap songs and things of that nature, you know, little rap albums, you know, thinking that you're doing something when really you're not doing anything, man. We've been instructed to do what we do, man. You know, elders and apostles came out and said, you know, as long as there's edification in it, You know what I'm saying? But hey, the majority of it is just for clout, man, just for attention. You know, dudes that didn't make it in the world, they come into this thing, you know what I mean? And they try to seek love over here. No, man. You know? So like, not to get off on the tangent, you know, digressing back into the main point. All right, Isaiah chapter 60 and 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, right? Because we got the light, man. We got this truth, okay? And these celebrities are watching, man. See, I don't think it's by no coincidence, all right, that Kanye West is just going to come out and blatantly say it like that, man. You know? Through the spirit, I've been saying that, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying and talking about how every other, you know, bar in the hip-hop music is either murder or adultery. You know? Roll on the ops. I took his bitch, right? Roughly not roughly paraphrase, just quoting, you know, what these rappers be saying, man. You know? So that's just what it is, man. All right, so lucky. All right, but as you see, you know, gross darkness has covered the earth. Therefore, we're in a state as we just read in the beginning, Genesis chapter 6. You know, and I'm gonna start at verse 5 again, and I'm continue on down. Okay, because this is gonna segue into what the judgment that's coming. All right, so Genesis chapter 6 and 5, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Right. That's what we're witnessing, you know, in the world, man. You know, especially by the tribes. You know, these heathens don't matter, man. Esau, Edom, yeah, he's on top. He's wicked. He's supposed to be wicked, man. All right, but hey, the way he's polluting the earth, man, he's going to answer for that, man. All right. Continuing on, and it reads, and it repented Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repented me that I have made them. Right. Verse 8, but Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and a perfect in his generation, and Noah walked with Yahweh. Right. So it was Noah and his family that were ultimately delivered in the time of the flood, you know, during the flood. You know, they built the ark. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is history, man. They got delivered. And they went out to repopulate the world. All right. But now here we are in a similar situation, man. All right. A similar situation as in the days of Noah. You know, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be, you know, roughly paraphrasing. All right. Because why? You got the wicked in rulership. Okay. And they are, what's it called? You know, going back to Habakkuk chapter 2 and 15, they're giving his neighbor drink, man, by way of these celebrities, man. And these celebrities, as I stated before, they got a price to pay. They got a recompense. They got a reward coming for them, all right, for allowing themselves to be a instrument for the wickedness, man. All right, so Habakkuk 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness, right? And is not our people naked, right? Is not our people, you know, aren't they exposed? You know what I'm saying? As wicked in a sense, you know, all mischief, all, you know, I was watching this short clip, you know, Jake just, you know, robbing some dude in a gas station, just creeping up on him and robbing him for his car. You know, that's what you see amongst our people, man. You know, they're just ripe for judgment, man. You know what I mean? They're just ripe to be destroyed and judged, man. The 2/3. All right, because they're in that naked state. They're in that wicked state. You know, just like in the garden, man. You know, when the serpent, all right, which the elders and apostles broke down was an evil man, you know, an evil person. You know, he was just called a serpent. You know, parabolically speaking, what happened? You know, he told Eve to eat of the fruit. Now, what was the fruit? You know what I'm saying? The fruit was basically a doctrine. All right, it was knowledge, good and evil, right? But it was basically a doctrine. You know, that ye shall be as gods, basically. You know, I'm just trying to roughly paraphrase. I'm not trying to get too deep into that, you know. And so she took the fruit, and then Adam took the fruit, right? And what happened, you know, they were living after this doctrine. And hence, that's why they were found naked. Okay, not in a literal sense naked, all right, but they were basically caught in the act of whatever they were following that, you know, and it's the same thing now. You know what I'm saying? It's the very same thing now, man. And our people is basically, you know, you see the angels up in the heavens, you know, in the chariots, you know, when they make their appearances, you know, how much more for those that don't make their appearances, man? They're just up there, you know, looking down and watching and giving the report unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All the murder, all the adultery, all the abominations, the spiritual fornication, you know, the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know, being met with adversity. You know, they just giving that report. And what happens, you know, is something that's being handed out. All right. It's a spiritual separation that's being conducted, you know, as we speak, man. All right. And here it is, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9. We're going to start at verse, let me see. We're going to start at verse 1. All right, and it reads, he cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate. Now, these 6 men were angels, man, all right, which lie toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand, right? And one man among them was clothed with linen. So out of the 6 men, okay, 5 of them had killing weapons, slaughter weapons, and one of them was clothed in linen, and as it goes on to say, with the writer's inkhorn by his side. All right, because this one was set to put a mark of exemption upon the men that sigh and that cry, which are basically the elect. All right, because the elect, man, okay, put it to you like this, Lord willing, we're of that number. We are not compatible with the wickedness of the society, man. We're not compatible with it. That it doesn't, you know, it doesn't suit us in our spirit, man. It doesn't please us. You know, it's grievous. You know, it's wicked. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't sit right with us, man. You know, you in a society, you in a world where the ruling class of said world is sacrificing children, man. How could you be complacent living in something like that, man? Living in a kingdom like that, man. You have kids with a woman, and now she has complete power over you, when she's supposed to be under you. You know, just another example, right? Maybe you get married to her. Now she has complete power over you, and this devil has to stick his nose in your affairs, you know? He puts her over you in every sense, even if you two, you know, get separated. Now she takes half of your belongings. She takes the kids, and you're subject to pay her and basically support her and the kids, when in reality the kids stay with the man. You know what I'm saying? You know, continuing on, the children. Look what they teaching to them in school, man. They got them around abominations, man. You know, with the whole drag thing. You know, they are allowed to change their plumbing without their parents' consent. You know, they're given hormone blockers and things of that nature, man, to basically alter their a natural output. Is this the type of society you want your kids to be in? Is this the type of society that you think you could rest in? No. That's why we need deliverance, man. And that's why we do what we do. All right. And pray and hope. You know, we chant this kingdom down. All right. This Babylon down. We chant Babylon down. All right. And hope and pray that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai comes soon, man. And he comes ever so sooner, man. You know, as the scripture says in 2 Peter chapter 3, you know, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Continuing on, and it reads, let me see. Yeah, and they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. All right, finishing up on verse 2, verse 3. And the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai of Israel was gone up from the cherub. All right, the cherub, man. Whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed in linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai said unto him, see, it's the Lord commanding, go through the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark on the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, right? Because a wickedness does not sit right with the elect. Okay, Lord willing, we're of that number. All right, and these men received the mark of exemption, very much how, you know, in let me see, very much how the elect have received the mark of exemption, man. All right, and that mark of exemption, we could get that in Revelations chapter 7. All right, let me see. Right. Yeah, Revelations chapter 7 and 3. All right, what does it say? It's saying, hurt not the earth. Or matter of fact, let's read, you know, verse 2 just to get the context in. Right, and it reads, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. Right, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees. So we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead. Right, so the elect have a seal too. All right, you see on the left hand side you got the charagma. All right, that's the mark of the wicked, man. Okay, which is the CHIP, the device that this devil is coming out with, you know, to establish his enterprise, man, to enslave basically the population, man, the whole population. All right, but on the right hand side, you have the seal of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is his name. All right, and also this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And ultimately, the seal is exclusive unto the elect, man. Is that predestination thing, man. You know, and we don't know who we are until it's made manifest. You know, that's why we work out our salvation with fear and trembling, man. You know, it's just more motivation to work out our salvation. You know, but continuing on in the reads. All right. Yeah. You know, I'm going to read the latter part of Ezekiel 9 and 4 again, right? And it reads, and set a mark upon the foreheads that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right. So that's what happened back then, and that's what's taking place now. Okay. Now something else is taking place as well. All right. This is a balance to it. Verse 5, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, and let your eye not spare, neither have ye pity. Right. So to the other angels, he told them, hey, the ones that don't have the mark of exemption, kill them, man. You know, green light on them, you know. And it goes on to say, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old, young, both maids and little children and women. Right. The Lord is not a respecter of persons, man. He doesn't care how much of a kid you are, how young you are, how old you are. You know, if you're a young lady, if you're a woman, you know, these are certain positions that people would find mercy in. No, I'm not. Even in war, man. You know, an invading army could go and take over a town. Right, they'll probably spare the children, man. You know, or the young maids, the young women. You know, it used to, you know, in the ancient times, you know, they used to kill all the boys. You know what I'm saying? In certain places, you know, in certain events, you know, to prevent reproduction, you know, of the enemy, if you will. All right, but they used to, you know, even in war, you know, there was mercy shown to a certain extent. You know, that's the main point. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, if you're on his bad side, all right, you're not gonna, and it's God given unto you to receive his mercy. You're not gonna get any mercy, man. You're gonna be destroyed. Okay, because you're gonna have a mark of destruction on you. All right, which is gonna manifest into the CHIP. Okay, because if you come adverse to this thing, that means that you're down with this devil and everything he has to offer. You're down with his whole program. All right, but continuing on in the reads, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which war before the house. Right. So it says, come not near upon any man upon whom is the mark. Right. Because it was a mark of exemption. All right. And begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men before which were before the house. Right. So that's what's getting ready to happen, man. All right. That's what's getting ready to happen in Jacob's trouble. All right. Now, I think I had another scripture in mind. You know what I'm saying? Let me just think about it. You know, but all in all, you know, the point has been made. You know, these celebrities is leading you to your doom, man. All right, all these different rappers, these different, you know, artists that you know Jake wants to aspire to be like. You know, that they take inspiration from. You know, Tupac, 50 Cent. You know, which Tupac's already in the spirit world, but you know, the ones that's alive now, you know, 50 Cent, the Chief Keefs, and just so on and so forth, man. King Von, well, no, not King Von, Lil Durk, you know, just so on and so forth. Hey, we could name the Latin tribe artists, man. You know, Noel AA, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I listen to his music, man, but nah, man, he basically, he is a Northern tribe equivalent of Southern Kingdom hip hop, man. You know, he got that new dude, Young Chimmy. Same with him, man. Coming out talking about killing your brother. That's all he talk about, man. You know, and yeah, I'll listen to their music, all right, because you know it brings out, it's a masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? But that's just for what it is. You know, just that itself, just warrior shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of, you know, you kind of gravitate towards warrior shit. You know, but when it comes to the intricacies of how, you know, they brag and boast about killing their own brethren, that's when the line is drawn, man. All right? Because ultimately, we're not over righteous here, man. All right? But let's wrap this up. We're going to bring it out with this, Blind. All right? Because this is what's going to happen if you don't stop, you know, following after people you got no business following after, man. You know, taking after the ways of people that are wicked, man, amongst our people. What's going to happen? Matthew chapter 15 and 14, let them alone, right? We're not going to come over here and break our backs, all right, and basically pull our hairs out, you know, to try and convert you stiff-necked, stubborn-ass tribes and tell you, you know, that these celebrities are wrong and so on and so forth, man. And it's not just these celebrities, man. You got all manner of people that set up as leaders that are stumbling blocks into our people, man. You know, that are basically stumbling blocks into our people, man. Like Martin Luther King. You know, he's one of the big ones, man. You know, Malcolm X too. They were known to be in the Boule Society, man, which is a black equivalent, a so-called black equivalent of the Freemasons, so to speak. You know, so that's what you have now, man. All right, so Matthew chapter 15 and 14, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Exactly. All right, so let them alone. If they don't want to, if they don't recognize this truth, they don't recognize this song, so to speak, as it is written in the scriptures. All right, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Right. And that's what's going to happen, man. All right. And call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, I just remembered another precept, you know, that I had to bring out. All right, it's in the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. All right, and also too, you know, we had in the book of Hosea. Let me see, chapter 4. All right, Salakia, it's right, it's right here. All right, because ultimately this is what the state of Israel is at this moment, man. All right, and it's all, you know, it's all amplified by these elites. Okay, now see, this is where it starts to pick up again. All right, through the spirit, man. Okay, because our people are under the curses. What do the curses say in Deuteronomy chapter 28? You know, I'm gonna roughly paraphrase it. You know, what does it say? Thine eyes shall be evil toward thy brother, right? That's why Jake has that murderous spirit, you know, and it's only amplified and enabled by the hip hop music, man. You know, and then you have for the women, thine eyes shall be evil toward thy husband. You know, that's why women, you know, they do all manner of scandalous, you know, just wild shit, wicked shit to the man that they're supposed to take seriously. You know, here it is for the man that they don't take seriously. You know, they you know, literally give their lives for them, right? For the you know, the guy that's here for the you know, here for the wham bam thank you ma'am, right? The guy that only uses them as a side piece. You know, they give their lives to them. You know, the guys that they cheat on their husbands with, you know, they give their lives to them. You know, but the men that they, you know, choose, yeah, basically the men that they choose to be husbands, and these are men that want to, you know, settle down and have the traditional relationship. They do them dirty, man. You know, these are men that want to just, you know, sit back, chill, provide, have a, you know, have a woman, you know, in their definition of what a relationship is, you know, provide for her and whatnot. These are the men that get done dirty, you know, and that's what you see prevalent, you know, very, you know, rampant amongst our nation, man, amongst our people. Okay. Hosea chapter 4:1. Hear the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you children of Israel. For Yahweh Hashem Yahushai had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth nor mercy nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land, right? There's no truth nor mercy nor knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in the land, man. Okay? By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood, right? Yeah. That's what happens, man. All right, that's the state of Israel right now. Nothing but a bunch of, you know, liars. All right, and a bunch of, you know, killers, murderers, thieves. You know, you can't trust Jake to save your life, man. You know, committing adultery, you can't trust Jake around your woman, right? And the so-called Black and Latina Native American women, okay, they the number one culprits of committing adultery, man. That's why you got a lot of Jakes, you know, having the exodus, you know, going overseas, man. You know, a lot of them go to, you know, the Northern Kingdom, all right? Which a lot of them, Northern Kingdom, man, they probably got men. You know, they probably got husbands and whatnot. They just want to be single and fuck around with an American, right? Continuing on, you know, you got the, you know, you got Jakes that's going, you know, towards, you know, other countries, you know, where the heathens stay at, you know, to escape from you Israelite women, man. All right? To escape from you Israelite women, man, because y'all wicked and y'all adulterous. You know? Y'all tear down your houses, man. You know, you make the countenance of a man heavy, you know, pursuant to the scriptures. All right? Continuing on in the reads, they break out and blood touches blood, right? Because it's a lot of iniquities being committed in the land that's unto death. And a lot of these iniquities are pushed in these platforms, man, are pushed in this hip-hop shit, man. All right. Verse 3, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of the heaven. Yeah, the fishes of the sea shall also be taken away. Right. It's going to be a lot of suffering, man. A lot of suffering. Okay. Until the very end, which is the ICBM thermonuclear missiles, which is the which is the which is the second death. All right. Now, let's go to the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and 4. We're going to end it off with this. Okay, or matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna start at verse 3. All right? Or, man, this whole thing is good, man. You know what? We're going to start from the top, man. So, lucky, you know, I wanted to keep it short, you know, for the sake of time, but the Spirit is just on me to bring it out from the top, man. All right, so 2 Peter chapter 3 and 1. The second epistle, beloved. All right, now mind you, beloved, man, because this thing is only for the house of David. And what is the word, which the house of David is the elect. All right, but what does the word David mean? It goes back to the Hebrew word beloved, man. All right, now it reads, I now write unto you in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance, right? Because the elect is going to recognize and remember this song, this message, this truth in its 100% completion, man. All right, and that's what separates, you know, us from these other camps out here, man. From these other groups out here that's teaching half truths. You know, they may know the name, they may know who they are. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? They cheat to the 12 tribes and whatnot. You know, but they turn around and say you could take the Charagma, you could take the CHIP. You know, oh, the what's written in Revelation chapter 13 and 16 is talking about Christianity and embargo. You know, and I use that as an example because it is a very, very serious matter. All right, concerning that topic. Okay, it is something that's your life literally depends on having the right knowledge and understanding concerning that topic, man. All right, but like I said, it's only for the elect through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, so verse 2, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, right? Because the holy prophets had the Spirit of the Lord on them, man, and of the commandment of us, the apostles, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, of the Lord and Savior, right? Who's Yahushai. All right, you know, you get used to saying, you know, the names when you see the word Lord, you know, so forgive me for that. All right, so verse 3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust, right? Are we not faced with so much adversity, you know, in this truth, primarily by our people, right? Walking after their own lust because they don't want to put that pork down, right? They don't want to stop popping their neighbor's woman. They don't want to stop selling drugs in order to get some extra shekels, man. Salakia, my voice cracking up, you know, coming under the weather, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, walking after their own lusts, man. You know, they choose the wealth and prosperity of this word, of this world, over the wealth and prosperity of this word. Okay, they choose the riches of this world over the riches of the spirit that's stored up in heaven, man. You know, but it wasn't given unto them in the first place, man. All right, but that's just what they're doing, you know, and it's being made manifest, man. Here it is, they're coming against us to uphold what, man? To uphold this wicked ass queendom, man. To uphold their plantation Christianity, where they just go to a fucking building, sing a few songs, sit there, damn near fall asleep at the pastor's motivational speech. All right, and then when they're done, they go home and straight to eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. All right, and in that evening, you know, Eve is plotting on how she's gonna go and commit adultery on her husband with another man, already coming up with an excuse to go do it. Oh, I'm gonna go visit my tia. I'm gonna go visit my cousin, my grandmother. You know, she's sick. She wants me to go over there. You know, whatever the case may be, girls' night out. You know, so that's just what they call. That's why they come against us, man. To uphold this wicked ass society. That's why they're gonna be destroyed, man. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Right, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the creation, from the beginning of the creation, right? You know, that's for them that, you know, that have no patience, man. You know, oh, you know, they've been saying that since I was a kid. You know, my mother used to say that. You know, your grandma used to tell me that when I was like fucking 5 years old. Oh yeah, he's coming back soon. And here it is. I'm all grown up now. You know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read this again. Where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation, right? For this they willingly ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished, right? And this is talking about the first death, which was the flood. Okay, that was the first death, the flood. All right, the world being submerged in water, everybody drowning except for Noah and his family. All right, and then you know, you had the animals, you know, two of a kind, according to the scriptures, roughly paraphrasing, that went into the ark. You know, but those that, you know, that those that, you know, that were wicked, you know, they weren't allowed into the ark, man. Then them doors were closed, and that's it. You know, you best believe, you know, you probably had people, you know, outside of Noah's Ark, you know, begging to get in, apologizing, you know, pleading for their lives. But no, them doors was closed shut, man. All right, because that was the spirit that Yahweh Shai put upon Noah. And guess what? That same spirit he's going to put upon his elect, man. You know, meaning we're not going to feel bad when you Jakes, you tribes start catching judgment, man, because you fucking deserve it. Okay, continuing on, and it reads, verse 6, I'm gonna read verse 6 again. It says, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished, right? Because we read how, you know, back then, all right, in the time of Noah, in the days of Noah, you know, the hearts of men, the thoughts of men was evil continuously. And then that's very much what you have now, right? Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men, right? So that's what is going to be seen now, man. All right, that's what these celebrities are setting y'all up for in the now. Okay, I'm gonna read it again. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, right, this day and age, right, by the same word, all right, these same prophecies, the same you know book, the Bible, all right, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Exactly. Okay, that's what it is, man. all right? And ungodly men, you know, these heathens, all right? Because they lose by default, each and every one of them, okay? Not saying that they all gonna, you know, all of them are gonna somehow teleport over here, you know, all over the world. They're just gonna teleport here to Babylon and get hit with the missiles. No, man. You know, but the ones here in Babylon, they gonna be destroyed, man, because they lose by default. You know, if they don't go back to their own countries, their home countries, right? They're gonna be destroyed over here, man. Okay, and also too, you know, you tribes, man. You know, ungodly men, women, and children, man. Because them children is the reincarnation of Lord knows who coming back, man. You know, of Lord knows who in their previous lives committing who knows what type of iniquities, man, to deserve such a fate. You know, so that's just what it is, man. All right, that's the judgments that's coming to Babylon. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say, call Allah Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodash for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, you know, just, you know, there you have it, man, straight from the horse's mouth. You know, the wicked agendas of these elites and the effects that they have upon our people. All right, and that's gonna be the title of the lesson.